Okay, so I just jumped into a game with my friend Olives, also
Hi,
known as Linkocat. Oh, by
also
the
known
way,
as Rice.
also known as Rice, yes. He doesn't presently have an internet alias that's official for anything, so we just call him that. The internet alias I use for everything is Schmingmaster. I guess you could shorten that to Schming. It's kind of complicated, and I picked that without the intention of ever having to speak it out loud, so my apologies if it sounds mildly ridiculous. I'm going to be playing my mage deck today because it's the one that I think works the best. If I know Olive that well, then I believe he might choose his priest deck. Because he said he mentioned to me today something about that being cool. Olive, what deck are you going to be playing today?
A mage deck, considering I haven't even unlocked Priest.
Oh, right. Oh, by the way, since I might actually put this one up on the interwebs for our general friend circle to see, yeah, so I was in the closed beta for about a week before it went open. The whole thing had been going on for several months before it opened, so it's not really that big of a deal. I was in the final wave of we'll invite everyone who opted into the closed beta for about a week of screwing around so they can say that they were in it. During that time, I unlocked all the classes and got most of the basic cards for the classes that I actually give a crap about playing. Um, so yeah, that's all. Olive's rather, it's, it, have you, okay, finally, sorry. I clicked choose before and it wouldn't let me click it, so now I was waiting to click choose until it notified me somehow that I could do so, but it didn't. So we
Wow.
got mage on mage going on here. This is going to be interesting. I don't like that I can't actually hear the game sound at all because of the way I've turned the volume, but that's okay. This is a good starting hand except for all of those aren't good.
Okay, I go first. This
Um,
is not good.
so I'm going to set back all of those because they cost too much,
No.
and I get better stuff. That is nice. So I'm going second. I have a turn 1 in hand. Turn 2, we'll just have to see what happens. So yeah, Olives, this is where I would normally, like, talk mad strats, but, you know,
Match tracks. Well, I'm
yeah.
just gonna hit you with some boards from right now because pigs.
Yeah, except, boom.
Suck a dick.
I'd rather not.
Suck a boar. Actually, eat my boar, you little
Oh, by the
shit.
way, just for deck building tips, I would always recommend going for something like an Elven Archer over a Stone Tusk Boar, simply because when it deals the damage, your boar dealt its 1 damage but had to take damage. My thing dealt its damage and still lived afterwards. Um, so, you know,
The boars are just
boar...
there as a deterrent. So if I get the creature to a 1/1 goat, I can just like destroy them immediately so I don't have to like touch them. So
Well,
like
yeah,
things
but
with
my
taunt or whatever.
things with a battle cry of damage that is equal to their power is typically a better option than something with charge equal to their power. And once you get into higher creatures, you have to worry about mana costs and, you know, that kind of crap. But early game, not early game, for low mana cards like that, it's a really easy calculation to do. I say calculation like it's something. It's really not. So I'm going to draw 3 cards and
What a
then see what
crappy
I want to
card.
do. I'm going to uh, punch you in the face and
Hmm.
pass the turn. So, what's your general game plan for this? I got to make this kind of entertaining. Do you prefer the face racer, or do you actually try to balance combat and minion removal?
Um. I just like to fuck with the creatures.
You heard it here first, folks. Oliver just likes to fuck the creatures. Of course, I just like giving you crap, but why wouldn't I? It's fun. Okay, so as in Magic the Gathering, I also like to be a bit of a Johnny. Pull some nice fun combos. To me, I feel that if I have a creature out that's doing something by itself, unless what it does by itself is really darn awesome, um, it's just not worth it. Oh, he did the 1 damage because he had the charge there. Good for you. That
Yep.
actually is a logical play, but it still leaves you open.
But
And for
it
that
doesn't
you
double your
must
damage, and you
perish.
just lost one of your bigger defense creatures.
Yeah, you see, you say that, but really... See, now if you keep trying to ping this guy, I say ping, that's slang for using your hero ability, which is Fire Blast. Actually, it's specific to the mage hero ability. Unless you do something like, polymorph it, which you no longer have the mana to do. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. Oh, nice. So a lot of times people don't typically go for the frost unless they do all frost, and I don't have the resources for that, so I went for not doing it. But fair fair point, or rather fair that's your prerogative. How do I? Oh, what is the expression? Okay, so well the first thing I'm gonna do is trade that and deal some damage to that to buff up my guy. Make it a 5/6, tough for you to deal with. I've still got 6 on board. Um, the thing you have is small, but you have spell damage, so that is frightening. So the question is, do I want to damage you a little or waste some removal? I'm going to damage you. It is the more efficient thing to do. I can rhyme all of the time. I've been saving my coin this entire game just because. Like, if I'd wanted to, I could have coined up to a fireball and just buffed my guy up a little more, but I figured you'd have some shit like that. It is a reasonable expectation. That's the amusing part. People always, then fireball whatever, you're polymorphed, and you don't need to, really, most of the time.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just had nothing better to do in my hands.
So, I'm gonna get out some taunt. I'm gonna kill... No, I'm gonna swing over. No, I'm gonna kill that.
Yeah,
And...
that would have been your first mistake if you swung over.
And... I'm gonna save the spell in my hand for next turn. Can I use it next turn? I can't use it next turn. It'll be for a while. Oh, no. Yeah, because I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have... Can I still switch the... No, I can't move where they are. Darn. So this is my first noticeable misplay of the game. I should have put that in the middle of the minions with taunt in case he has a cone of cold.
I have no idea what that card is, so you probably don't have to worry.
Okay, see, I'm used to also watching commentators who are up into the, like, gold ranks and are big guys. And so they have, they worry about cards that are more advanced and dangerous and scary than what I ever have to bother with. And so from them I've learned to look out for the scary things, and unfortunately some of those scary things are, uh, you know, not actually the most realistic of dangers. So he puts that down to a 2 so that I can't trade with anything he has on the board. Fortunately, I just drew my way around that. Let's see. So the plan is ping, and then
I've actually played that card with a 5 damage to each creature. It was
nice,
amazing, and they had like 5
and
creatures.
more spell damage, and end. Oh, damn it. I forgot to
Gotcha,
hit you with
gotcha.
my night blade. I don't know what I was thinking. If you beat me with 4 health, then I'm a failure. Don't worry, you won't. But, yeah, no, you won't. Fortunately, spell damage does not buff that, so I have my next turn planned out, in case that makes any difference to you. Um, yeah, so the answer is boom, 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 boom. No. Right, so actually it doesn't matter. So you hit that, you poly that. Oh, that's what I was gonna do beforehand. Too late. So what I was going to use, everybody who's watching this, which is no one, um, is I was going to maybe, let's just be a dick.
Ooh, be a dick, do it, do it. Yes.
Right, so I was going to use this to deal damage to that thing, then ping it so I wouldn't have to waste my polymorph. Um, oh well. Oh no, charge. Although you do have a lot of mana, you might have a flame strike, and that would mildly
Nope.
inconvenience me. You don't. No, you just have one of those. Oh well.
Well, I've probably lost it.
Yes, you
So I'm
have.
gonna be an asshole and wait till my time's up.
Really?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say, I know, I know you in real life, man. Okay, well let's see if RNG Jesus is displeased with. Oh no, I could just flat kill you.
You could.
In fact,
It would literally take
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I could kill
two
you with either
damage.
one of these. So this doesn't matter. Let's just see what RNG Jesus has to say about it. Ah, RNG Jesus likes you. However, I do not. And I win. Okay, that was a fun one. So yeah, let's mildly review this game before we leave. Olives, your deck is largely based on general swarming and battle cry effects. You have some good healing in there, and that's good. What I see you lacking in is removal.
Which
Um,
I don't actually have much of, which is the surprising part, as I only have 16 of my 20 basic wizard cards, and that I only have about 4 cards that deal any sort of damage at all.
okay. So yeah, I would recommend just playing some more
Which now
practice
the
rounds.
reason I have this wizard deck is because I want to get all the wizard cards. I have a better paladin deck,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
at least better quotation marks. I'm crying in a hole because I actually suck in this game because no cards. Sad face.
Yeah, that's why the ranking system is nice, because it lets you play against people who typically have approximately the same kind of cards as you do. Yeah. And for anyone watching this who doesn't know, Olives is actually really freaking amazing at card games in general. So I would imagine that throughout most of this, it was less of him not playing well and more of him not getting the cards he needed to kill me, because honestly, I never got really put into a tricky situation. It was just, okay, the obvious choice is X. So while I'll give you that I'm probably a little better at this particular card game than you, having more experience of just watching really, really good people commentate on it a lot, um, you know, early game stuff, if you don't have all of your 20 basic cards for a class, yeah, you shouldn't win against someone who does and has started opening actual packs.
Yeah. Well, I
Um,
opened one, two actually, two.
hmm.
But
I've
then
been,
again, one of those was the one you get from just joining the game,
oh yeah,
and the
so
other was
that's,
just get a get unlock one of your thingies other than the wizard one. So,
oh yeah. Okay, well, I believe that will be all for this thing. I need to figure out how to do my volume, but honestly, I'm sick of just recording these and not actually putting them anywhere. So I think I will start to upload these onto my YouTube channel. So, Olives, congratulations, you're on my first video ever to be uploaded to the internet.
Yeah.
And,
The funny thing is, they're going to be watching this in the future, and this will be all done in the past. So when I say yay, I've been actually saying, I've actually said yay long before you said this. Saw this, actually.
yeah, that's true. And this would be really funny if, yes, I know, this is a terribly long intro. This is going to be meaningless drivel and speculation, so if you came for the card games, you can leave now. Goodbye. And if you did come for my random craziness, then hi, we've still got a little bit more of that to go. Yeah, so this is weird because this is before I know and have settled into any kind of comfortable style of this. And, this is before I know. I have zero editing software on this computer right now. I don't cut anything because I don't know how. Well, I do know how. I just haven't
I mean,
bothered to
it's all
install it.
live, folks, so if we do something bad that you want to pin over our heads, it won't get cut out.
Hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. So yeah, if anybody's actually watching this right now in the near future around this being released, tell me what do you think of doing things with friends. Do you like that? I will be uploading my next video will be a solo run or two. Um, I am probably going to start working my way through ranked as this mage and my paladin because, no, this mage and my shaman because those are not my two favorite guys to play as. Featuring heavy removal and heavy swarm because those are my two favorite things. But see, the druids, I keep on forgetting the difference between druids and shamans. I think I'm talking about the one that summons a random minion and not the one that
Oh,
armors up.
that's a druid, I think.
That one's a
I don't
druid.
know. I only fought one once, and he
I,
was pretty scary
I
because he would just like summon 100 things in one turn and be like, "What the hell?"
I think it's a shaman. Yeah, they typically do overload, but I don't like overload, so I would actually just switch into, or rather, I'd minimize the overload and go as heavily as I can into OTKs because they're very nice, like Wind Fury. Wind Fury shit's the best. Right, I started talking about card games again, and this isn't drivel. Actually, it's kind of annoying, and yeah. I will get better at doing videos, I promise. Tell me what kind of videos you want me to do. I'm next going to start doing ranked and arena runs as well as my casual play. My casual play will only be for testing new decks from this point on, and if I have a deck that I believe is worthy, then I will actually be doing those in ranked matches. Let me know how you like Friends commentary. I think on this one I totally should have let Olives talk more, but yeah, I don't know how to do that because I try to take charge in things where I'm recording things because I feel like it's my baby and I want my video to be good and stuff. And although I trust Olives, I feel like I have to be like holding the hand of this whole thing. Yeah, I'm a little overprotective in that sense at the moment, although I'm strangely apathetic about quality in that I still don't have any editing software. But don't blame me on that. Blame the fact that I absolutely despise Windows 8 and I don't want to bother installing programs for it until I can just install a freaking new operating system.
Why'd you
Anyway,
buy a computer with Windows 8 anyway?
because for the hardware, it was the best damn deal I could possibly get. Like, holy
Uh,
crap. So, in case anyone wants to know my rig, it is actually not the best gaming setup I could have possibly purchased. It was the best I could purchase within my price range, which was under $1,000. And it has, let's see, it's got a spec panel on the
how much
side.
was it?
It was about 980 something. So,
Oh my god.
I mean, only technically under 1,000. It's effectively $1,000.
Stop having money. Stop buying computers that are better than mine.
Dude, you know how long, like, one, this is like my Christmas, birthday, and graduation present, and two, this is my initial rig for everything that I will ever build. Like, I will probably keep this case as long as it is feasible to keep this case, even if I switch out guts and stuff. Just because, one, it's a rather nice case, and two, just sentimentality and crap. But yeah, so, what's it got? GeForce GTX 760 1.5 gigs of onboard memory on the graphics card. That thing, with its shadow play baked in, is how I'm recording this, and it's really fast and free and non-painful, and all I have to do is use beta drivers, which totally aren't sketchy, because NVIDIA just says, hey, do you want to use optional beta drivers and get more content? And I'm like, heck yeah. Let's see, 8 gigs of RAM so far. I would like to improve that. Intel Core i7-4770K, which I believe is the Haswell architecture, which is the newest one as of the time of this recording. And, well, I mean, I say newest one, newest in the i7 line. There are probably slightly more advanced... No, this is the best of the i7s that I could find. Now, they make the supercomputer processors, and they have some weird name that starts with an A or an E, and they're, like, ridiculous. And they have, like, each of those is like 4 i7s glued together. So, that's ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, I only went for the 760 because the one that had a 770 was a fake 770 that was actually a 670, but it used a different chip. I don't know how they do that OEM manufacturing bullcrap. Effectively, they're allowed to legally lie to you and tell you it's a different graphics card than it actually is. So, I couldn't get that one, even though it had, like, 16 gigs of RAM for free. 1 terabyte regular hard drive. That's the first thing I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to get a solid state partition for the operating system as soon as I get an operating system I care about. And then it's got the rest of your standard crap. I've got a really crappy monitor right now. I'm recording this on a really old Turtle Beach headset, and I have the crappy Acer keyboard and mouse that came with the thing. I might update my description of my YouTube channel when I get more hardware. Olive, sorry I have roped you into the intro video. That's gotta kinda suck.
What?
Well, you're kinda just sitting there and then yelling at this crap to random people. I suppose the point of this is to be entertaining, and since you're listening to it, hopefully you should be entertained, but...
I'm entertained.
Yay! First satisfied viewer! And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Yes, I'm gonna experiment with stealing other people's endings until I can find my own. Suck it. A goodbye. It's another guy's ending that I'm stealing as well. Right, you should go see Generation Hollow and Rage Gaming, because they're the people whose commentary that this is loosely based off of. The very,
And
very
fill in
long
the
part.
doobly-doo.
Oh, yes. Stuff in the doobly-doo. Well, yeah, that's people I expect people to watch. Like, that's just general people I watch for amusement, not the inspiration for this.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
You
Rage
probably
Gaming...
watch completely different people than I do, so...
Yeah, quite possibly. We should do a comparison sometime if I start doing vloggy things instead of just gamey things.
I'm fine.
Yeah. I think that's it. So I'm going to press Alt F9, and that will end my little recording on Shadowplay, and then I'll upload this probably tomorrow while I'm at school, because high school is a thing that I'm still doing. Not because I'm a failure, but because I am of the appropriate age group to still be in high school.
Want to play my Paladin deck?
So bad. I'm going to make that a separate video, but for anyone watching this one, we just did that immediately thereafter. A goodbye.